New Zealand became the first team to qualify for the final of the World Test Championship final to be played on 18 June 2021. New Zealand faces off the Virat Kohli-led Indian team. The road to the final was not smooth for the Black Caps, and a change in the point structure ensured they qualify for the finals. Let us look at how New Zealand went on in this journey. The first season started way back in August 2019 when the Kiwi side toured Sri Lanka. New Zealand got off to a rocky start after they lost the first test at Galle by 6 wickets. Despite half centuries from Ross Taylor and BJ Watling and a fiver from Ajax Patel, Sri Lanka ensured they chased down the target thanks to a brilliant century by Dimuth Karunarathne. The Kiwis bounced back in the second test played at Colombo. Impressive bowling from Tim Southee and Trent Boult ensured the Lankans getting restricted to 244 in the first innings and 122 in the second. Centuries from Tom Latham and BJ Watling ensured the Kiwis win the second test by an innings and 65 runs, levelling the series 1-all. In December 2019, New Zealand travelled to Australia for a 3-test series. The Kiwis faced a 3-0 whitewash in the series. The first test was a day-night test match played at Perth, saw the New Zealand side getting restricted to less than 200 in both the innings. Despite impressive bowling by Tim Southee and Neil Wagner, the Kiwis lost the first test by 296 runs. The second test played at Melbourne saw equal dominance by the Aussies. Although Tom Blundell scored a century in the second innings and Neil Wagner picked up 7 wickets in the match, the Aussies won the match by 247 runs. The third test was played at Sydney. The Aussie dominance continued, with Marnus Labuschagne scoring a double century and a 50, with David Warner scoring a century. Half centuries from Glenn Phillip and Colin de Grome could not save the match, with the Aussies winning the third test by 279 runs. 2 months later, New Zealand hosted India in a 2-test series. The first test at Wellington saw the bowlers dominating and restricting the Indians to less than 200 in both the innings. Tim Southee took 9 wickets in the match with equal support from Trent Boult and Jamieson at the other end. Captain Kane Williamson starred with the bat as New Zealand won the first test by 10 wickets. The second test was played at Christchurch. Indians had no clue to the Kiwi pace attack. Jamieson took a fiver in the first innings while Tim Southee and Trent Boult took crucial wickets in both the innings. Half centuries from Tom Latham in both the innings and Tom Blundell in the second ensured New Zealand won the second test by 7 wickets. The Kiwis had collected 50% of their points so far. The Kiwis hosted West Indies after a 10-month long break. The first test at Hamilton saw Kane Williamson dominating the Windies bowlers en route to 251. Half centuries from Tom Latham and Jamieson ensured New Zealand need not bat again in the test match. The bowlers did the rest of the job, with Tim Southee and Neil Wagner picking up bulk of the wickets as Kiwis won the match by an innings and 134 runs. The home side continued their dominance in the second test at Wellington. Henry Nicholas started with the bat with a brilliant century, with useful contributions from Neil Wagner at the tail. Jamieson and Tim Southee picked up most of the wickets as Kiwis won the second test by an innings and 12 runs. December 2020 saw the Pakistan side tour New Zealand. The Kiwi dominance continued with Kane Williamson scoring yet another century. Half centuries were scored by Ross Taylor, Henry Nicholas and BJ Watling in the first innings, with Tom Latham and Tom Blundell in the second. All the Kiwi bowlers picked up wickets at regular intervals, leading to the hosts winning the first test by 101 runs. The second test at Christchurch saw a 5-wicket haul from Jamieson in his first innings. Kane Williamson continued his brilliant form with a double 100, equally supported by Daryl Mitchell and Henry Nicholas, who scored centuries. Jamieson picked up 6 wickets in the second innings as Kiwis won the match by an innings and 176 runs. This whitewash took the New Zealanders to 420 points and at 70% levels. It also saw the Kiwis jump to the top of the ICC Test rankings. Overall, out of the 11 tests New Zealand played, they had won 7 and lost 4. Hope you liked this episode from Cricket Stats. Please subscribe to the channel for more informative videos on cricket.